Welcome to Help for Good E-Learning. I'm Ashish Gadpale, your Java trainer. Today we are going to discuss how we can prevent our thread by using a join method. So guys, what is mean by join method? If a thread wants to wait until completing some other thread, then we should go for the join method. For example, if a thread T1 wants to wait until completing T2 and T1 has to call T2.join then. So T1 execute T2.join, then immediately T1 will be entered into the waiting state until T2 completes. Once T2 completed its execution, then T1 can continue its execution. So now let's discuss a real life example so you people have a clarity. So for example, in the clinic, number of patients are there in a queue who are waiting to get their chance first. So first patient we have, that is T1, second patient in the queue, that is T2, and third patient there is, that is T3. So T1 will get chance first, then T2 will get chance, then T3 will get chance. But at the same time, if suppose another patient is coming who is in very fatal condition, who is in very serious condition, that is T4 is coming. So what T1 can do? T1 might think that T1 wants to wait until completing T4. So what T1 can do? The T1 will call the T4.join, means T1 wants to wait until completing T4. So what T1 wants to do? T1 has to call the T4.join. Once T1 call T4.join, so T1 will be entered into the waiting state and wait until completing T4. Once T4 completed their task, so now T1 can continue its execution. So the same situation can be arise in Java. So what join method is doing here? If a thread wants to wait until completing some other thread, then we should go for the join method. So for example, we have a thread that is T1 wants to wait until completing T2 and T1 has to call T2.join then. So T1 execute T2.join, then immediately T1 will be entered into the waiting state until completing the T2. So once T2 is completed their task, its execution, and then T1 can continue its execution. So guys, we have a join method, that is public final void join throws interrupted exception. So first method we have, then another join method we have, that is one parameterized, then another join method we have, that is two parameterized. So guys, let's discuss an example so you people have a clarity. So for example, what program we are doing? Our main thread will call the child thread to join and main thread will be wait until completing my child thread. So we have a class that is my thread extend a thread class, and we have a method that is public void run method, and we have a for loop that is from 0 to 10, and we have a message that is a child thread we have. Okay, now what we are doing, we have to call here, that is a sleep method we are going to call here first, and then again in the main thread we are going to call the join method. So like we have created a object that is my thread we have created, then we have call this method that is t dot start. What t dot start will do, it will call internally the run method. Okay, now what I have to do, I have to call here, that is join method. So in the main thread we have called the join method. What this join method will do, the main thread will call the join thread to join, and main thread will wait here until completing the child thread. Okay, and we have a message like main thread we have printed here. Now this is our main thread. So now what we have to do in the child thread, in the child thread we have to call, that is sleep method. So sleep method is a static method, so we are going to call, that is thread dot sleep method we are calling, and I'm passing a time as an argument there. Okay, and actually sleep method may throw that an exception, so that's why we have to write here the try catch block. So under try catch block we have to write this sleep method. So this is try block, catch block is there, and catch block may throw interrupted exception. So interrupted exception is there, that is IE. Okay, I'm not writing any messages, so this is the interrupted exception. So now let me execute this program. Now there may be possibility like join method may throws the interrupted exception. So what we can do, we can directly throws this interrupted exception here in the main method. So right here, that is throws interrupted exception. Otherwise, we can use the try catch block here. Now let me execute my program. Java C thread demo.java. I hope no error is there. No error is there. Now let me run this program. Java thread demo. Okay, so child thread is executed and then main thread will be executed. Okay, so what main thread is doing, we have called join method, t.join method in the main thread. Okay, so child thread will get more number of chances of execution, because if now main thread is in the waiting state, so child thread will get a more number of time execution. So now let me execute once again. So here child thread will get more number of chances for the thread execution. Now suppose I want to write a program where my child thread will wait until completing main thread. So what we have to do? We have to call the join method in the child thread. Okay. So now let me write the program for it. So what we are doing here, we have, that is my thread extend thread. Okay, and we have a run method is there. So what we are doing here, we are creating here a static object, that is static thread object we are going to create first, that is m we have created. We have a public void run method is there, and now we have to call the join method here in the run method. Okay, so we have a try catch block already. So let me copy paste the try catch block. Of course we have to print the messages, that is child thread. So we need this for loop, and what we are doing here, we are calling this thread dot, we have join method. So what we are doing, we are calling here join method. So join method is what, like m dot join method is there. Okay, so m is the object of the thread. Okay, and then we are using this thread object. Okay, so m dot join here. So what will happen inside this join method, the thread will call the main thread to join, and this child thread will wait until completing my main thread. Okay, so that's why we have called this m dot join, and it may be throws an exception. That's why we write here exception, or we can write the interrupted exceptions here. Okay, and then we have printed a message, that is a thread child thread executing. Okay, now let me write the code for our main thread. So main thread we have, that is main thread may throws an exception, so interrupted exception, otherwise throws an exception, and we have to create the object of this my thread. So t thread we are going to create, but before creating, what we have to do, we have to first assign the current thread to the m. That's why we can use this m as a main thread in the child thread. Okay, so how we can do that? So just create a thread object, that is thread m going to create. Then like what we have to create, that is thread dot, I'm assigning the current thread. What is my current thread? My current thread is the main thread that I have been assigned to m. So my m is the current thread. Okay, now this is my m is the current thread is there. So I have to start this first, then no need to write the join method here. Then we have write the logic to print messages, like main dot thread is there. Okay, now what I'm doing here, so like I'm writing a message, I'm writing thread dot sleep method is there. Thread dot sleep method is there, and time as the argument I'm passing here, so that a main thread will get a more number of chances. In the first program, what we discussed in the first program, main thread was waiting to give the chance to child thread. Now here child thread is waiting for the main thread, so main thread will get more number of time chances to the execution. Then once main is completed, then child thread will get a chance. So that program we are going to execute. So now first compile this Java C thread demo.java, and then it will run this program. So here more number of times the child thread is executing, and then main thread is executing here. So let me run this again. So child thread is executed more number of times, then main thread is executed. So similarly we can perform the task for a child thread and main thread is there. Okay, now what we can do, just write this logic in upper to this join method. Okay, now let me execute program. What we can do here, we can write inside a for loop. So now let me execute again. Okay, so child thread is executed first. One time main is executed, then again what we can do, child thread, main thread is executed. Okay, now again what I'm changing here, I am changing here, that is I'm commenting the sleep method. Okay, now let me run again, compile the code. Okay, now main thread, child thread, main thread and child thread, main thread and child thread. Okay, now again I'm recommenting it. So JavaC first compile the program, then again, so main thread, child thread will be executed here. So here you can see the how we can prevent a thread by using a join method.